I just got a lot of stuff from ZWO, and we're gonna open it. Now, I actually know what most of this is. I mean, this is obviously the counterweight shaft for the AM5 that I ordered. You know, I've never actually purchased a brand new mount, and at first I was not gonna get one of these, but then like I joined the Facebook group for the mount, and I just never heard anybody say anything bad about it. So, you know, then I went to NEEF and got to see one, and there I was like, no, I don't need to buy that. A few weeks later, I emailed ZWO. I was like, I guess I do. But I haven't bought anything in about a year, so I guess it's overdue. All right. So this is the counterweight shaft, which I think is a 20mm diameter. Looks nice. It's a piece of stainless steel, as it would be expected to be. ZWO doesn't make a counterweight for it yet. I hope they do make like a stainless steel counterweight or something like that. Now, this is almost certainly the head. So, this stuff actually got here pretty quick. Oh, I'm gonna have so much astrophotography stuff now. This will put me at 3 mounts that I can use. And not including my trackers. I have 2 trackers, of course. I actually wasn't expecting that. I haven't really seen anybody else unbox one of these yet. So, would you believe it? Some people complain about the art on the front of this. I was like, really? That's your life? I think it's kind of cool. I remember when they did the competition for it, and I saw a couple of the other ideas, and I was like, oh, they were all pretty neat. Cool. Excuse me, that was my rooster. I found a tick on one of the kids though, so he's not doing his job very well. He needs to worry come Thanksgiving. So, oh, look at this. They give me this, I guess, this is the periodic error of this particular mount, which I guess that looks pretty good. I mean, I've never really paid attention to this because I guide. And all right. If he does that, if he crows one more time, I need to throw a rock at him. Oh, look at this. You know, talking to Simon at NEEF, I was actually really impressed with what he told me about kind of like how they went about developing this mount, because this, I guess, was a big design hurdle for ZWO. You know, they're a camera company, and here they are tackling a mount. And on top of that, it's a mount using a fairly new technology for which there isn't a lot of documentation out there about it. But there it is, the AM5. My only regret is that I wish this had like a 70-pound weight capacity to it, because I already have a mount that does 45 pounds. That's my Ioptron 45. But this guy will do. I've got a scope in mind for him that will be here soon. And yes, I'm taking this with me to Cherry Springs. What's this? USB cable. Yeah, that's about all we need to see from that, I guess. Now, I'm sure you all know what that is. But this is actually a mystery box. I think I know what's in here. Oh, it's the pair extension. Okay, I did order a pair extension, come to think of it. So, it was a little confusing actually, the pair extension, because on their website there's like 3 different kinds that you can buy. One of them is just AM5 tripod mount compatible, and then this one here, which is the newest version, is of course compatible with the AM5. It's compatible with Ioptron mounts, which I already have a bunch of, and then it is also compatible with Skywatcher bases, which is actually translates to a couple other brands as well. I think Orion has a couple mounts that are similar. But yeah. And one of the things I'm going to try to do with this is actually put my power brick inside of here. We'll see if I can do that. hopefully I can. One less thing to like carry around, you know what I mean? So that looks pretty nice. Nice. And there is the third one that you'll see on their website, which of course has been discontinued. It's basically a series of plates. I think you can buy 2 at a time or 3. And it's marked as discontinued because it obviously is discontinued. And now this guy. The kids are above my head right now cheering me on. They should be in bed though. Oh, look at that. Carbon fiber. It is light. It really is light. Now, like, I like lighter gear. Like, I use 4/3 gear, Olympus stuff, because it's lighter. I don't like heavy stuff. I don't understand these guys that carry these massive cameras around. I remember the medium format days. That was not fun. You know, look at that. You know, something I'm kind of excited about with this is the spreader bag. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, the spreader plate on every tripod that I've ever used, I've always hated them because nothing fits on them that I need to store. Put a lens cap from the telescope itself on there, yeah, it always invariably rolls off or falls on the ground or something like that. And since I set my stuff up on pavement, well, you know, that dents up aluminum lens caps pretty quick. And then like, yeah, like they're designed to hold 2 things. 1¼ eyepieces or 2-inch eyepieces, and that's it. If you're gonna put anything else on your spreader tripod, plate, whatever, forget it. The bag, though, that this guy comes with is a lot more versatile. I'm seeing guys put all sorts of stuff into these things, which is why I'm actually kind of excited to try this out, see if I really do like it. Because you can put a battery pack in here. I've seen guys put kettlebell weights, you know, for weightlifting in here. And yeah, I mean, I like the idea. I think, you know, either other manufacturers need to make their metal tripod spreader plates more useful, or everybody should switch to these, okay? That's my opinion. All right, look at this. These legs are pretty beefy. Well, it's very small. I mean, we haven't extended the legs, of course. Let's see how far they go. Oh, yeah, they go pretty far. But I also got this, which, let's see here. Oh yes, this is gonna have to come out, and it looks like I will have an extra piece. I so like that. It's just one knob, it's like 3/4 of a turn, and it's in there. You know, no more of this turn, 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 turn of the knob. I had an Orion for years, GTEQ or something like that. It used to annoy me, like it took freaking forever to tighten the thing up, like kind of like I am right now. And it was just wholly unnecessary. Eventually what I ended up doing was taking the shaft and actually cutting it down on my lathe and shortening it by like 1.5 inches because it just had too long threads. Now, the rest of this, oh I see, so this plate we are going to attach here, and then that will go into this. It did come with a bunch of tools. These, I guess, are spikes that could alternately go into the bottom of the feet. So you get rubber feet, or you get these spike looking things. So I guess you would use the rubber feet if you're in pavement, and then if you are in the dirt, you would probably want to use the spikes, because then you could kind of like set it in the ground and kind of push it in, get it settled good. All right, let's see this guy. And that's not the right one. There we go. Oh, and I like it when they put the ball on the end of an Allen key. It just makes it really fast to screw and unscrew things. And it appears that there is no direction that I need to key this, which is good. That makes it that much more idiot-proof. And it's a clear night. However, I'm not going to try to use this tonight. That'd be asking too much of myself. I'm just going to set up the iOptron, which takes of all 5 minutes, because all I have to do is polar align it and hit go. That's what I love about the ASI Air, is it really is, you plug it in, you polar align it, and then you just let it go, and then I go to sleep. Oh yes, these are some directions, just showing the different ways to mount different mounts. Man, I really like these. This is, and it feels so secure too. Once I like tighten these down, I could like loosen it up, rotate it if I need to. I'm going to clock it with this guy. And then on top of that, you've got additional tight tension knobs right here, which allow you to do the micro adjustments. And then of course there's the head. This would be to mount your air or something else. All right, let's put the spreader bag on, which I talked so much about. Yeah, and like I said, this is the first time in a very long time I've ever bought a brand new mount. My last one I bought back in '99, I think. That was brand new. Everything else that I've ever purchased since then has been used, because that's what I could afford. All right, and then this guy, this little knob is used here. I am going to use the counterweight because I will be maxing this thing out. So, all of those are already tight. Oh, they're just all the way out. I was trying to, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that is pretty slick. I like it. Now I just gotta wait for the cameras coming. So as I was putting stuff away, I did find, this is in the packaging here, basically it's 2 extra screws and then this little plate, which I'm guessing must, yeah, it has to do with, let's see here, it has to do with the Skywatcher type mounts. So that's what this is going to be for, and to me this really doesn't apply since I don't have any Skywatcher mounts, even though I hear that those mounts are pretty good. But I've also heard great things about this. Like I said, like I've been watching the forum for this, and I've seen 0 complaints about it. So I'm pretty optimistic about this guy, and I'm excited. And the nicest thing all about this thing is that when we go camping and stuff, this is going to be so much easier to tag along than my iOptron setup, because my iOptron 45, I think the entire setup weighs about 150 pounds. And I carry that thing every single night out to where I set it up. You've seen me do it in my videos, okay? This weighs a lot less than that. And it also comes with a very nice bag. I like this. Although, and actually, you know what? I'm curious about something. I'm gonna kind of... So there's always been like a pet peeve that I've had with like most camera bags that come with a telescope. And that's that, oh, this is so nice. Okay, so pretty much every single camera bag, or telescope bag, I should say, that comes for a head has come, and you pretty much have to put this thing at an exact angle, okay? Which means that when you get it out and set it up, you gotta find, you know, your altitude again, okay? They give you enough room in the bag to set it to where your local longitude is, or latitude, and guess what? You can keep it that way in the bag. I like that. I haven't seen that in anybody else's camera bags. Other manufacturers take note. Okay, we've gloated over this enough. Let's go put it away. So, one of the first things that I'm going to test with this guy is I'm going to use this for visual astronomy. All right, and I'll show you how to do that in another video, because a lot of people say you can't do that with this. You can't use this thing for visual astronomy. But if you have an ASI Air and a guided camera, guess what? You can do it. And I'll be showing that in my next video.